Hey, everybody, this is Jennifer Brown with Community Nights. We serve the community here on the Virginia Peninsula, our nonprofit and public school organizations. And today we are starting our series where we are going to be doing interviews highlighting the nonprofits and public school groups that we serve. We're starting with the DeGoode Foundation and Kyle DeGoode. So he's going to be telling us about his organization and how they've been impacted by the COVID-19 crisis. So, hey, Kyle.
Hey Jennifer, how you
How are
doing?
doing good. How are you doing today?
Doing good. I miss y'all's faces and miss seeing you every day, but
I know, me too. Kyle and his organization work out of Workplace at Oyster Point, which is where our corporate offices are. So we get to see Kyle all the time when we're not all sheltering in place and working from our home offices. So we don't get to see Kyle as much right now, which makes us very sad. But Kyle, tell us a little bit about the DeGoode Foundation. What do you guys do? Who do you serve?
absolutely. So the DeGoode Foundation is an early childhood development nonprofit I created here on the peninsula. And we address issues such as youth literacy, health, and education on the peninsula as well through our program with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which provides free books to children every month from birth to age 5. And then also our Bags of Hope program with CHKD that provides pediatric care kits to those hospitalized or waiting on beds in the emergency department at CHKD. So we serve essentially all the children population on the Virginia Peninsula, ages 0 through 5 through the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, and then ages 2 through 12 through our partnership with CHKD. So we're a little bit of everything.
Oh, and you guys do such amazing work. We were wondering, how has the COVID-19 public health crisis impacted the people that you serve?
It's definitely interesting because all the people that we serve are, of course, ages 0 through 12. So almost all of them are either school age children or ones who are in childcare. And what we're noticing a lot is, of course, as we all know, everyone is stuck at home, especially our children, for the rest of the year through the rest of the school year. So all of our children are trying to find more creative ways to get their at-home education, either through their parents, through online learning, through a hybrid of that, or just completely self-learned. Whereas also children that usually would go to CHKD for health services either can't right now, or they're limited, or they're more at risk. It's just a very interesting time. And of course, our younger children, some of them usually go to childcare facilities, some of which are closed for essential personnel, children only. So it's definitely interesting time all around for all the babies that we serve.
Yes, most definitely. So, how has COVID impacted your organization and the way that you guys are operating right now?
Thankfully, not too much. We've been very, very flexible in our operations in the beginning, and we've always had contingency plans in place for circumstances such as this. So thankfully, we're moving right along. A little different as everyone's expecting. All of our meetings are virtual. We're not seeing face to face with all of our wonderful people and our community partners. So we're not as out there as we'd like to be. Same thing with our board meetings. Is the board and I are very virtually collaborating and trying to find our way of doing that. And of course, all of our wonderful volunteers that we usually see, we can't see each other right now. And beyond that, a lot of grants are being reallocated to COVID efforts or being reallocated entirely or being delayed. A lot of our fundraisers are being canceled and delayed. So it's a very interesting time, but I think we'll come out stronger in the end.
Yes, I know you guys will. Um, we've got a lot of people who are, sheltering in place at home, and they're looking for positive things that they can do. What is something people can do from home to help the people you serve or to help the Imagination Library and the DeGoode Foundation?
Well, there's actually plenty of things that people can do. We're about to start a virtual storytelling series us alongside Dolly Parton. So every week, usually on Fridays, we're going to have either through Zoom or through Facebook and YouTube Live, we're going to have one of myself, our board members, or volunteers reading some books from the Imagination Library for the children that we serve. So if people are interested in doing that, they can just get in contact with us through our website. Something else is they can easily just spread the word about the Imagination Library. We're available in 8 different zip codes across the peninsula, and we're trying our best to get larger and larger, but of course that requires more funding. But the more children that we have enrolled in the Imagination Library can receive free books every single month at home while they're at home. So that way they're still getting that education they need from ages 0 to 5.
So if somebody wants to volunteer to read a story, to have that virtually done, how can they get a hold of you to arrange to set that up?
So we have a contact form available on our website specifically for volunteer opportunities, or they can email me at kyle@degoodefoundation.org or our generic email hello@degoodefoundation.org, and I'll be happy to work with them however they like to read the stories. We're doing everything from we can do it through Zoom, we can send them a book, or we can do a contactless drop off for a book. They can record themselves reading it, or they can even drop by our office. We have a spot set up outside on a patio where we have some recording equipment. And from a socially distant point of view, we can still get the recordings more professionally done.
Okay. And what are other ways that people can get involved to put good out into the world through the Good Foundation? Is there any other opportunities that they would have to work with you guys?
Absolutely. So we're always looking for volunteers to help us with generic office tasks, a lot of which can be done remotely. We're always looking for volunteers to help us with our social media, of course, the book readings. We also have a new spare change program where people can round up their everyday purchases to the nearest dollar. And that little bit of change adds up over time and really helps get more books in the hands of more children. And of course, getting involved with community nights is a huge help because y'all do such wonderful things for us with your COVID fund, your volunteer opportunities, and of course the grant cycles. Y'all have been instrumental in helping us expand our program. So anyone that wants to help y'all is a help to us as well.
Oh, thank you for those kind words, Kyle. We really do appreciate it. And thank you for all of the work that you do out there in the community. One of the stats that you didn't mention, but that always sticks out when I'm looking at childhood literacy is that being literate by that third grade benchmark, so many things are determined by then. And it's so critical that we have our young people reading early and reading proficiently by third grade. So thank you for all of the work that you do and all the work you do in the community. And thanks for taking some time out of your busy day to talk to us today.
Well, of course, and thank you for taking your time to talk with me. It's always wonderful to sit down and chat with you.
All right. Have a good one, Kyle.
You too, Jennifer. Bye.
Bye-bye.